What were
you know,
the defining
yeah.
moments of your structure when you started realizing, so you're like harnessing, what were the things that you were doing to harness the energy and then to focus the energy?
One, I would say defining clearly my goal, right? As I define, the more clarity I had on my goal, uh, the more clarity I had on what and who I did not want in my life. One of the things that I talk about all the time, besides focus, is the concept of, I call it the economics of energy. Very simplified perspective that we only have a finite amount of energy each day. And at some point tonight, you and I are going to be exhausted. We're going to go to bed. Depending on how well we sleep, our energy builds back up again. The next day, we go out and we invest energy into people and things around us. But most of us never evaluate who and what we're investing our energy in. We just give our energy away. So I always tell people, entrepreneurs that I work with, treat energy the same way you treat money, right? So if I said to you, Darin, hey, I'm creating a new startup. If you invested $100,000 in it, it'd be very helpful. Would you write me a check for $100,000? Probably not. No matter how wealthy you are, you only have a finite amount of money. And before you spend that money, you ask questions. Well, what's your project about? What would be my return on investment? Can you show me a plan? How do you plan to use the money I'm going to give you? So the same way, realizing that I only have a finite amount of energy, realizing that my goal would be a byproduct of my investment, my energy. I have this saying where I say life is a manifestation of where you invest your energy.
Mhm.
Whatever you put your energy into will start to manifest. Allowed me then to realize very clearly that my energy is finite each day because I do get tired at night. My goal is to wisely discriminate who and what I'm investing my energy into. It allowed me then to frame my days, not so much in terms of how much time I spent with people. It wasn't about time management anymore. It became more about energy management. Where am I investing my energy? And the important thing to understand here, the other thing I realized as well in this journey here is that energy does not have the ability to discriminate between what's constructive and what's destructive. Meaning that if I put energy into something destructive, it will grow and become more destructive. If I put energy into something positive, it'll grow and become more positive. A simplified way of looking at energy is to look at energy the same way I look at water. If I took a watering can, I watered a garden bed, the weeds and flowers would grow. The water has no ability to discriminate between the weeds and the flowers. Energy is the same way. So having that clear goal, understanding the concept of energy and the ability to focus that energy allowed me to make sure I never channeled energy into anything that was not aligned with my purpose. And now the goal is to live a purpose-focused life. The byproduct of that is happiness, right? When if my purpose defines my priorities, which allows me now to know what to focus on. When I focus on my priorities that are defined by my purpose, the byproduct of that is happiness. One of my priorities is my daughter. When I take my daughter to the beach in the evening here in Costa Rica, in Nosara, where we live, and I spend an hour with her, an hour and a half with her, just messing around the beach, the byproduct of that is happiness. I'm focusing my energy on my priority, which is my daughter. The byproduct is happiness. So that was, the big things that came out of that whole learning.
Yeah, I mean, and it all does come down to, I realize that as I get focused in life, for sure over the years, I'm very aware of what I'm doing, who I'm hanging out with. I mean, it's already kind of happening, and I
Yeah.
think, but at the same time, it's easy to be like, check this new project out, check this out. Can I just have a little bit of your time? And it's been so hard for me to say no to things, and because I'm like, yeah, but I should say yes because there might be something cool and this might be an opportunity. And it's like, so as you're
Can I just pause you? Can I pause you
please.
1 second there on what you said that might be an opportunity? I struggle with the same thing too because I'm creative, I'm interested, I want to be part of things. And I realized a few years ago that opportunities are not opportunities if they're not aligned with your purpose,
Right.
right? So if something comes up, first question I ask myself, is it aligned with my purpose?
Yeah.
Understanding that it's finite energy, finite time. that those are my finite resources and finite financial resources, right? So I want to channel those three things to things that are defined by my purpose in order to manifest them, knowing that by living a purpose-focused life, I live my best life.
Yeah.
And as I get uplifted as a result of that, I uplift everyone around me.